All right, then I make a quick few snippets of how to use some of the features in Google Sheets as opposed to Excel. So if you want to do, okay, what is up? Equals norm S inverse right there. Notice how there's no dot in it. Okay, so it's a little different terminology than is in Excel. But a norm S inverse, you put 0.025 in there, there's your value. Okay, it's no big deal. Same goes for equals T inverse. It's this guy right here. So it's not T dot inverse like it is in Excel. Don't screw that up. Very easy to do to get them in the wrong order. Right? For instance, you're like, okay, well, I'm doing Excel, or at least I've been paying attention to Excel, but now I'm doing it in Google, and well, they're a little different. So make sure you don't screw them up. Okay. Now notice this one here. T inverse, you're like, wait a minute, shouldn't that be negative? Yes, it should be with 0.025. So how it's been done over the years in the different programs. Now you're like, okay, wait, there's one down here. There's T dot inverse. Okay, this is the one I meant. So my point is that there's several of them. So just be aware. Oh, oopsie daisy. What just happened? T dot inverse. Well, anyway, okay, forget about that. Theoretically, it should work, but the idea here is that just pay attention to your machine. So 0.025, that will get you 2.48. That'll put you in the upper tail, but it's also negative 2.48 in the lower tail. So just a couple of different things there that are a little weird about the two of them. Norm S dist, which is this one here. So you type in, okay, your z-score. Let's say you got a 1.5 z-score. Okay. This is the probability that you are to the left of that. So just like in Excel, if you've been watching the Excel one, you just go 1 minus. That'll tell you how much is in the upper tail, for instance. Okay. Same thing with the t-dist. T dot. No, it's just t. It's just t-dist. I have a hard time with that one because it seems so foreign in some respects. If you type in 1.5, comma, you need degrees of freedom, of course. Oh yeah, it's got 3. Sorry about that. Yeah, you need to go comma 1. That's what I did wrong. So comma 1. And what that does, you'll notice, is like, wait a minute. I put in t of 1.5. Wait a minute. That should be a lot to the left of that. Well, that's not how this machine works. So this machine will tell you how much is out in the tail. Okay? And so if you're not sure how to work this thing, what you can do is, you can click on this guy right here. Well, give it to me. There it is, right there. And so what it's looking for is it tells you how many tails there are. Okay? So you notice that this is not a to the left or to the right. It's how many tails there are. So if you had a 2-tailed test with this guy, you put in a 2, and it would tell you the total amount of area out in on either tail from this guy. Okay? So I'm going to break out my picture here and show you that, I guess. Try to draw it. Oh, shut up. So what you're going to want to see is that when you look at it, you know, here's your t distribution. I'm trying to draw with just my finger tonight. Well, that's disturbing. Here's 1.5. So if I just put in 1.5 in 1 degree, or in 1 tail, that's 0.08 out here. If I put in 2 tails, then it's going to take this one and this one together, add them together, and in this case it comes out with 0.16. In other words, that would be your p-value. Okay? So just be aware of that. The z and the t in this one are a little different. And I only show it because some people like their Google Sheets and they prefer just one program.